Guys, welcome back to a short video where I'll be talking about when is the best time to play events in Scorematch. Now, before we begin, I want to just say that you can follow every single step of my advice that I'll be giving you in this video and still not manage to win events. I mean, it's something that still happens to me even though I've won over 200 gold medals so far. So I just hope that everyone knows that what I'm going to be saying in this video isn't the ultimate hack or cheating system to get a win and win that gold medal that you want. Let's start by taking a look at when is the best time to play the event. And the best time to play events is 2 days after it has went live. So if the event goes live on Friday, the best time to play it is on Sunday, because in the first 2 days of the event, at least in the first day for sure, there will be dozens and dozens of volleyballers, of very experienced players who will want to just get the event over with as soon as possible. And this is the case for people who play a real lot. Many people want to be the first to get the gold medal and things like that. It hasn't been something that really interested me ever, personally, and it's also worked in my favor in my experience because I rarely can play on the first day anyway. But especially if you don't have level 10 players at least, I wouldn't recommend playing on the first day unless that's the only time you have to play the event. So keep that in mind, and if you can, and if you know that you can play a few days after the event has went live, I'd suggest for you to do so, because it really does help. And I mean, it can help, let's say it like that, because you might still, even on Sunday for example, you might still encounter very difficult opponents, even weaker opponents, because as you know guys, in events there's a lot of handicap and very strange kind of behavior going on, and there is really no guarantee to win events, and it doesn't matter when you play them. You just have to, which is my second point, you have to also be really confident that you're playing well before you play events. If you don't think that you're playing well, if you're not winning too many games, I really don't suggest to play the event and use your attempts, because the chances of you winning the event if you are losing a good 50% of your matches is pretty low. So make sure that you're playing well in whatever arena you're playing in, and even if you're not really winning, it's important to at least, apart from the fact that you should be winning a lot of your games before you play the events, because that would help you be confident. But the second thing is that even if you don't win them all, make sure that you're playing well. And what do I mean by when I say playing well? I mean that you're creating a lot of chances, good goal scoring opportunities, and at least with that in mind, you can be kind of confident that when you hit that enter event button, you know that you have a good chance of, beating your opponents. Because if you enter events with low confidence and with a formation that you're not comfortable with, the chances of winning it are obviously very low. Another good tip that I can share when it comes to entering events is to first check your arena and see what opponents you meet. For example, in the Infinity Arena, I used to do this many years ago. I used to play some games in the Infinity Arena before entering the event, and depending on who I'd meet in the Infinity Arena, I would choose to or not to enter the event. So what does this mean? So I'd first try playing 2 or 3 games in the Infinity Arena, and if I'd meet dozens of volleyballers and a ton of gold medals, I just wouldn't enter the event, because the chances are that if you're meeting a lot of experienced players in the arena, you're most likely going to encounter them in the event as well. So if for example, you're playing in the Infinity Arena or in Arena 11 for example, and the opponents you meet there aren't too difficult, that's a good opportunity to try your luck in the event, because the chances are that you won't meet too many tough players. But obviously, guys, this is just a theory that I have that might not even be true. But I've seen it happen quite a lot, and I've noticed that when I played very difficult opponents in the Infinity Arena, I ended up meeting very difficult opponents in the event as well. So another little tip, and it might be obvious for you guys, but you should only play events when you really are knowledgeable with your formation. If you're testing formations out because you haven't had any success this week, for example, entering the event really isn't a good idea. At least you won't have the best chance possible of winning the gold medal with it. You can still try, like you can try your luck with the attempts and hope with your new formation and hope that you get a silver or bronze medal, because it will still help your players, get upgraded a bit. But it's always good, and it's something I do as well, to always fall back on what formation you know best. For example, last weekend I didn't manage to win the event, and what happened was I tried the first 2 attempts with a formation that I wasn't particularly good at. I just wanted to give it a shot. Then when I noticed that I wasn't managing to win, at least not as much, I fell back on my good old 4-3-3, which I've won dozens and dozens of gold medals with. But unfortunately I still didn't manage to win it. So I mean, this is all good advice, at least that's what I think. But ultimately, winning events is a matter of luck. There's a big matter of luck, but it's also a matter of skill. So make sure that you're giving yourself the best chances of winning by using the formation and setup that you are the most comfortable with, be it a 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, whatever it can be. But if you have a formation that really works in the Infinity Arena and that you've abandoned for a while, try to fall back to it, because you really don't want to end up testing formations in events. Don't take what I do as an example, because I try a lot of strange formations and I play events with formations that I really don't advise players to use, at least not in events. Like sometimes I use 3-4-3, sometimes I even ask my own followers what formations they want me to use. But if you haven't won any events, I really don't suggest to toy around with different formations and see what's up, because the place to do that is in your own arena and not in events. In events, seeing as it is very competitive, you have to put your best foot forward, and the best way to do that is to use what you know how to use best. And also I wanted to close this video by saying that playing events is supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be this kind of entertaining thing you do during the weekend to kind of give yourself a good chance to upgrade your players and get some bucks or unlock a super player as well. I mean, you really shouldn't play events when you're too kind of focused on winning, when you're being frustrated with the game, when you're not in a good mood. Like, you really should chill out when it comes to playing events, and I've learned that the hard way by, ruining my entire weekend when I wouldn't win events, or when events would come, I'd be so anxious about, oh my god, I have the event to play, it's gonna be hell, and things like that. But you should just chill out, and like, Scorematch is just a mobile game, so try not to take it too seriously as to make it or let it ruin your weekend. Just play the game, see what you can do when the event rolls around. But if you don't win it, man, it's just gonna be fine. I've lost so many events, guys. I can't tell you how many events I lost, and it's just not worth hassling over. So I hope this helps, guys, and if you have any tips that I haven't covered, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. So feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.